Good morning. I'm Indigo Lewis. My pronouns are she and her, and I serve MDUUC as the Director for Lifespan Religious Education. So this morning, I brought an old friend to help tell our story. But it's been a really long time since we've seen this old friend, so I wanted to reintroduce everyone to the Wonder Box. And our Wonder Box is just that, a box with something inside that might make you wonder. So, is anyone curious about what's in the box? Okay. I think the box makes some noise. Does anyone want to do one guess? All right, one guess. Marbles was the guess. All right, one more guess or two. What do you think? Nuts. I hear nuts. Okay, one more. This last one. What was that? Rice. All right, we've got marbles, nuts, and rice. So now the big reveal, what's inside? Not chocolate, but yes on the treasure. All right, whoops. Don't want to fall down there. So I wonder what this treasure has to teach us today about imperfection and grace. And I thank you for all your guesses. Can you hold it? Okay, one question. What was that? Nope, not edible. So the coins are not edible was the question. All right, so our story this morning is a wisdom tale of unknown origin, but it comes to us by way of our intern minister, Michael Macias, and their grandmother. And it goes like this. In the center of a small village in Mexico, there once stood a statue. And this statue looked like this. I have it on good authority. It actually looked like this. And the legend of the statue was that it pointed off into the distance, where gold, silver, and precious gems were buried. For as long as any of the villagers could remember, people near and far wandered off into the distance in the direction that the statue pointed, in hopes of finding the hidden treasure. Still, no one ever found the treasure, and those that went off in search of it never returned. One evening, a powerful storm swept across the village. The wind howled, lighting up the night sky, and thunder clapped with ferocity. Heavy rain began to pour down, and fearful for their lives, the villagers gathered into a single space with the hope of riding out the storm together. When the day broke and the storm had passed, the villagers stepped out from their safe space to assess the damage and take inventory of their community. And as they walked around the village, they found themselves in the center, where the statue once stood. Much to their surprise, the storm had knocked the statue off its pedestal, and as their eyes looked down upon where it lay, they noticed that the statue had broken in half. And there, all across the road, was all the gold, silver, and precious gems that so many had gone off to find, but were never successful. It was in this moment the villagers realized that the statue was never pointing outwards, but was instead pointing inwards to each other. Now, I thought about this story, and there are many things that I wonder about this story. But the first question for me is, I wonder if maybe the villagers felt a little embarrassed, that they hadn't figured it out sooner. And I wonder this because I think that's what I might have felt, a little embarrassed. And that is a really hard feeling to have. But I also wonder that if so, did they also come around to forgiving themselves for not knowing? And I hope so, because that is where I find the practice of grace.